Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 2 of Bali United, and it turns out we did parachute down into the lesser Asian Confederation Cup competition. So this is the group that we've drawn, and today we're going to have our first 2 games in this competition. So we've got Global of the Philippines, Home United of Singapore, and Tan Hoa, probably butcher that, of the Vietnamese league, and that is going to be our first game. So I'm not quite sure exactly what to expect from this, how the other teams sort of are in respect to league strength. I think Vietnamese league is pretty strong. Singapore, I think, not so much. So I think we should be looking at least top 2 in the group, and I think first guaranteed out of the group, and second is I think it's like so many of the best runners up get out of the group as well. Now, what has happened since last episode? We have had a little bit of movement on the transfer front. It's basically been one in, one out. Now, the out for 10k was Agas Nova. I didn't necessarily want to use him. I thought he had good positioning, good marking. We actually all these defensive stats there are decent. Anticipation is decent. It was just the jumping reach. The reason here is that he was unhappy. He was asking to leave, and to be honest, I just couldn't be bothered arguing with him. So we sold him. We have plenty of centre backs, so I just figured let's just get rid. I did say we needed to sign a right back. We've done just that. This guy is an international, Gavin Adsit. Now, we may have signed him for Pasiba if you followed me back on the World Tour. I mean, he's decent physically. He gets forwards. His passing's okay. Vision is good. I'm hoping. I mean, we needed a right back, and we've got one now. So that's the main thing. As I said, he is an international, 21 as well. So room to improve. So he'll do nicely for now. So yeah, happy to have him at the club. We are still short in a few positions. I haven't had enough time. I didn't realize that we had obviously these games coming up. I thought we saw a couple more weeks before we had to get things sorted. If we look at a few of the other players here that we are looking at, now thank you for your suggestions of players we should look to sign in the comments. First up, we are looking to sign February Hariyadi here. We have plenty of right wingers, but this guy is probably better than all of them. You can see dribbling and crossing here is quite good. He's got good pace as well. And he can get up and down with good stamina. So I think he's an upgrade on what we have, even though we do have good strength right now on the right side. But he can play on the left as well. So we could look to utilise him over there. So a good player, good on both sides. We are trying to get him into the club right now. The other ones, Mark Klock was a suggestion. Unfortunately, because he is Dutch, it's not... Is he Indonesian? I don't think he was at his second nationality. No. So it means that he would be a foreign player. We're at our foreign player limit, so he is no good to us. And the other one was Evan Dimas here. Now, I am scouting him. He looks like he could be decent. Physically, he's not too bad. He's got good passing, good vision. Technique's not too bad. I just want to have a proper scout of him first, but you can see he is capped. He's only 22. And we could use some upgrades in midfield, as you'll see what sort of as we get to know the team a little bit more. So I'm thinking we might try and make a bid for him as well. I just want to get a good scout on him first. The other player I am looking at, now again, we have good strength up front, but Ricky Kayami, I think you'd pronounce that. If he's on the higher end of these attributes, and they tend to be at the lower end, to be honest, but he could be a really good striker for us as well. Again, another young Indonesian player. You can never have too many sort of young, good Indonesian players, because then you can use your foreign slots to then go and buy the players that you're lacking. So that's where we're at in terms of transfers. In terms of the friendlies that we've played, first game here we had was against, I'm going to butcher names for a while here, Pasenden, which was a comfortable win, a decent performance. You can see it was Spasajevic, Hamdi, Bakjim, and this guy that got the got the goals. So that was a good solid win. Perset, we played next. This is a poor team. We were just too good for them. A hat-trick from Eka Putra. No, it was 4 goals, sorry, from him was quite sensational. Then we played Madeira FC. Now, these guys are second division, so they're just one division below. So it was a scrappy performance, and it was essentially what I think will be our second 11 that played this one as well. Demerson, Tan, and Abdullah got the goals. Now, Demerson, who I thought was going to be an absolutely stunning centre-back for us, we can't register him to the end of the season because of medical reasons, I think it was. Does it say here, unavailable? I think, I don't want to cast aspersions here. My suspicion, because there's 2 of them here, due to medical reasons. I wonder if the medical reasons, and some of you may know this better than me, I wonder if the medical reasons is a failed drug test. Because it seems very strange for any other reason, when they're not injured, that we wouldn't be able to register them. So it's a big loss in the case of Demerson, because I was really thinking he was going to be a star for us. So yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. But let's go and have a look at what we're expecting here, because we do, as I said, have a big game coming up here. If I can get back to the screen I'm looking for, there it is here, against Tan Hoa of Vietnam. Now we're away from home in this one. We are the favourites though, so that makes me think that we're a decent enough team. Now we do not have any sort of data analysis facilities. We have nothing to go on here by a scouting report. To be fair, I think they are pretty much a team of grayed out players, so that always makes it difficult as well. We can can't even see what their attributes are. We can suspect that they're going to be playing 4-4-2 against us. I haven't had a real chance yet to experiment with formation, so we're going to stick with this, because this is... I wanted to try to... Or basically, I'm thinking of trying this formation and either using... The problem is that we have so many good right wingers, but I'm wondering if we push, say, the wing back up forward, and then we can maybe use a full back in that position. So that's the other formation I'm toying with, but we're going to go with this for now. So it is Rimas in goal. He is the goalkeeper we're going with. He's 25 as well. He's the younger of the goalkeepers, so we're going to give him a go here. Anga Putra, he's, I think, carries over from the game last episode. Doki is at centre-back. He can't jump, but otherwise he's not too bad. With William Pacheco, again, going to continue in there. Adsit, we're going to get a first look at him. It'll be a competitive debut for him as well in this one. We're going to go with Tafiq in midfield, along with Lily Pally, who is decent. This guy, Mala... Fanny is going to go on the right side of midfield. Marvin's going to go in the number 10 role. I did say I wanted to play with a number 10, so we're going to give him a chance in there. Hamdi, who is our only left winger at the club, he can cross, but there's another position I do want to try and upgrade in. And then Spasijevic, he's going to go up top. We do have some players on the bench that I think could be first-team players for us. This is the guy that played right back last time. I think he's a good enough centre-back to play for us. And, of course, Nuri, who will be a starting player for us, but just coming back from injury. So we'll give Tafiq the start in this one. So they have lined up differently to what I suspected, but we have no way of knowing because we can't scout them right now. So basically they're opposite to us, which is a little bit worrying, but we'll have a go at them and just sort of see where we stand in this competition. Encourage the players, give them a bit of a boost. Let's go with some passion maybe. Let's give the fans a performance they're expecting of us here. Let's go with that. We're away from home. Let's try and fire them up a little bit. Some calm, we have faith. There's not much going on there by way of listening to me, is there? And here we go. Now, I do have to try and remember, we do have a few players in on trial right now, as well as I'm just sort of looking to strengthen where we can. A lot of them are foreign, and like I say, we are kind of out of foreign slots right now. We do have the 4 taken up, I'm pretty sure. The good news is that Spasijevic here is actually Indonesian, so he's been naturalised, so that helps us massively to have a good quality striker, basically a foreign striker that is Indonesian. Here we go. Can we get ball into the box here? It's blocked. It falls to Pacheco. Back out for Tafiq. Can he get across in? He can. It's headed away. It's there with that guy's name who I am going to struggle with. Lily Pally! Blocked. And again, Lily Pally gives us an 8-minute lead. And that is just what the doctor ordered. What a start that is. Away from home against what I think, or I suspect, is going to be our toughest opponent. Maybe the Singapore club. I don't know. But that is absolutely wonderful. The first attempt was maybe going wide even though it was blocked. The second attempt, though, was never in doubt. And that goalkeeping was a little bit like me in goal, just sort of falling in the direction of the ball. But that's okay. 62% possession through 15 minutes. We'll take that and run, won't we? Let's keep demanding a little bit more of them here. And on we'll go. Yeah, I do apologise. I was hoping to have more signings done to be a little bit more set into the team we were going to go into the season with. I'm sure when I checked the rules, there was a goal in the other game. It's been evened up now in the other game. If a draw there is a good result for us, obviously, because they would both drop points. I checked the rules of the Asian Champions League, and it didn't say anything. I'm sure it didn't say anything about parachuting down, which is why I thought it was harsh that he didn't parachute down. Here we go with Spasijevic. He's got into a little bit of space. Shot. It's there for Lily Pally. So much time. It broke for him just absolutely perfectly, and he just hit it straight at the goalkeeper. That is the sort of finishing I think we're going to have to get used to at this level. Oh, what a header from William Pacheco. Going the other way. He's reverse headed it back into the net. And I tell you what, I'd be happy with that finish at Everton or at Hearts or at Aston Villa or at any of my other teams that we've had so far on FM19. Look at that, going there. Oh, that's stunning. Absolutely stunning from Willie Pacheco. Excellent stuff. That's 2-0 on the half-hour mark, and you'd like to think that that is essentially job done here. Here we go again. Tafiq should pick that up. Hamdi in for Marvin. What's he going to do? He loses out. We win that, though. Well done, Doki. Here we go with Lily Pally again. What's he got for us? Lily Pally. Oh, he has one. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Unlucky. That would have been a goal of the season contender, that one, wouldn't it? It's one of these right now. It's almost too comfortable, isn't it? Second half, I will look to give a little bit of game time to the two guys coming back from injury. Oh, Marvin! Oh, is it going to go in? No, the goalkeeper's just about scrambled it off his line. Unlucky for Marvin. And now we've got a little bit of defending to do of our own from the set piece. That should be easy. It is. It's still there with the Vietnamese, though. What can they do? Pacheco, nice ball out there for Spasadovic. It's there with Marvin. He's in here. He's in. Can he finish? Oh, it's a decent save. It's a decent save. It essentially hit straight at the keeper, though, so you'd maybe be a little bit disappointed if you were him, but that was all right. Here we go again. Oh, it's a penalty, is it? No, it's a free kick. Penalty was ambitious. It was clearly their player that went down. But I tell you what, for a first half of football at something that is more our level, that was pretty impressive, I think. Let's go with an assertive. Don't get complacent here, boys. Who's lost confidence? Lily Pally, don't lose confidence, mate. You're the best player on the field right now. Just go out there and keep it going. He's not going to do that, is he? A few players here that aren't playing well, we'll just tell them that we expect a little bit more. Some calm, we have faith for everybody else. That William Pacheco header, that was absolutely stunning. I really enjoyed that. We'll get back out there as it is right now. We'll just keep an eye on Lily Pally's performance and just make sure he's not going to drop off. But he was so far the best player in that first half. It shouldn't even matter. If he can lose a bit of confidence and probably still be a very good player for us. That looks like a horrid pass, and it is. And that is that. So let's demand a little bit more. Marvin's not having his best game. We do have... Oh, it's not going to let me show you here. A couple of options on the bench. Doki, oh, it's gone in. It's gone in. William Pacheco, the double. The centre-back is high-flying in terms of the goal-scoring charts right now. That was scrappy, though. We can't get too excited about that one. But we will demand a little bit more and have a look at the replay. It was a good header. Doki, who can't actually jump, has done quite well. I'll tell you what, that number 90 there, Marvin's flirting with offside coming back from where he was coming back from there. And I think we might make some changes here to have a look at some players. Ekra Putra, that's the guy that scored 4 goals in a game. We're going to try and use him, though, out wide. And Ifran here is another good attacking option for us. We're going to give him a game in place of Marvin, who's not had a classic game. And I do want to give Nuri a game to get his match fitness up. I might just hold off on that for just a second, though, because it is only the hour mark. Yeah, so we might just hold off on that for a little bit here. Let's give them some praise. I think we've earned that. They haven't had a shot on target yet. We've essentially played them off the park. We will, after this highlight, bring Nuri on, I think. Home United's taking the lead. And Doki, our centre-back, Stallion Doki, has given us a 4-goal lead. His first of the season. And we will make a sub now to give Nuri a chance. And we might just rest Lily Pally. He's had a wonderful game. There's no point stressing out the legs for him. But let's have another look at this. A good ball in, and Doki, he strode in, hasn't he? Just tapped it in, absolutely unchallenged. And I tell you what, I think we might be okay out of this group if this is what we're up against. Let's give them some praise. Maybe this isn't the strongest team in the group. My understanding of Asian football, which is not the best, to be honest, certainly below the very top level where the sort of the A-League teams play. But my understanding is that the Vietnamese league is one of the stronger leagues. Decent cross in there. He's picked up with Ifran! Oh, Ifran tries to bend one and unlucky. Yeah, my understanding is that the Vietnamese league is one of the stronger leagues. I don't even know where it stands in comparison to the Indonesian league, because the Indonesian league, I think, is quite strong itself. It's certainly very well supported. If you go on YouTube and have a look at sort of Google Bali United fans, and you'll see they are some really, really good fans. Here we go. Spasa Jelic just off the post again. How many times have we hit the post this game? There must be 3 or 4 by now. Another highlight. This is wonderful stuff. Tafik. Good ball towards the back post. No, it just drifted in a little bit too close to the keeper. And that is not the highlight, is it? Maybe we're going to continue here. If we can win the header, maybe there's still a chance to get to 5 here. It's not a good header, though. It's not a good header. They weren't even challenging for it. Can we win this back? They were just waiting for the second ball, and we gave it to them. Come on, boys. Away. Pacheco's there. Pacheco's had a game, hasn't he? Wonderful stuff from him. We can't quite win that back either. We're just slacking off a little bit here. Oh, tell you what, that's a goal. Look at that. you can only just hold your hands up and say, well done. I'm not even sure our keeper could have done too much about that. We'll give it a demand more. We maybe just slacked off a little bit, but it's a shame that the best goal of the game goes the other way. Let's have another look at this though. That was an absolute rocket. I don't even know a better keeper would stop that. To be honest, it was just that good of a shot. It doesn't really affect the result. Takes the shine off goal difference, doesn't it? But otherwise, it's fine. This should be the final highlight. We're clocking it down to the end. When you're ready, referee. I think they've had enough. There we go. Not a bad. As I said, that's more our level. That's sort of the competition that we should be playing against. And we've absolutely smashed them there. So I'm going to say it's a good performance. Don't let it go to your heads. But Pacheco, that was wonderful. Free scoring Pacheco. So there we go, Bali United hammer Tan Hoa, which is excellent stuff. It was a debut for Adsit as well as Ekra Putra and our young goalkeeper there as well. Pacheco was absolute class, wasn't he, in front of goal. Well done to you, sir. And guys, wait right there. We will be back for the second game in this competition. And I tell you what, if we can do something similar, I'm going to say we're probably through the group. Okay, breaking transfer news, and it is February. Oh, I've got to get these names. Haryadi, he has signed for us. He is on a £950 a week. You can see, as I said when I first showed you to him, can still improve, still only young, Indonesian international. I think he'll get up and down the boat, available on both wings, better on the right, but we will have to use him on the left just because we lack numbers there right now. Everything there, I think, especially the key stats needed for a winger, are decent. So I'm really, really happy we've signed him. He's come at a bit of a price, 135,000, potentially rising up to 230,000. But we can afford it. We can afford some nice things. And the second signing we got is Hendro Siswanto. We signed him, again, he has played for Indonesia before, at central midfielder, which is where I think we do need some depth. He's not the best jumping and he's not the strongest, but otherwise, physically, he's quite good. He can pass, he's got good vision, good leadership, good technique. First touch is decent enough. So just you can see he can play a number of different roles in the centre of midfield as well. So I think he's going to be a vital. We signed him as a rotation player again, £950 a week. I think he'll be a useful player for us, if not a crucial player. 45,000 we paid for him, rising up to 67. We are looking to get rid of a few here. This guy could be on his way out for just under 20 grand. Basically, Siswanto came in to replace him in the squad, and you can see there that is very definitely an upgrade. A younger player, not that much more wages. And yeah, so I think that'll work out okay for us. Now, this is the team, the game that we have coming up here against Global. Now, they were from the Philippines. You can see we're at home. We are heavy favourites for this one, so we can only mess things up. Scouting report, non-existent. Overall, that's how they may play like this. Who knows? This is the team we're sending out. It's going to be similar, because we can't register the new boys in the squad just now. So we've basically gone with the same team. So Remas in goal, Putra, Doki, Pacheco, and Adsit as a back four. Tafik and Lillipali in midfield. Malafini, Malvin, and Hamdi in behind Spasajevic. And on the bench, I think it's pretty much the same bench as well, to be honest. So yeah, all the same. Now, the one player I did want to show you, can see we do have quite a few loanees, not loanees, what are they called? Trialists. But the one guy I am looking, a lot of these guys are foreign. This guy is an Indonesian, but he's no better than what we already have, so I don't think we're going to sign him. But Alam, now I've come across him before in Football Manager, and he has played. You can see we're still scouting him, we're still giving him games to make sure we know exactly what we're getting from him, but a good finishing, good dribbling, not the best physically, but mentally quite good. And he has played in some good leagues. He's played in Uruguay, he's played in Belgium, not that much, but he has played in Belgium. He's been at MLS as well. So I'm thinking he might be a useful sort of backup player, depending what sort of wages he wants. So we'll just wait till we get a few more games out of him on trial here. But I think we could sign him, as I said, again, depending on what the wages are. But let's have a look and see what we're going to do here against Global. So they're playing a little bit different to how we expected, very, very narrow. So we might even look to go down the wings here. We'll have a look and see how it goes. Pick up where they left off. We were pretty good last time out. We did have one friendly in between, just giving players that needed match fitness a game. We won that. I think it was 3-0, maybe 3-1. I can't honestly remember. I didn't play it. I just let the assistant take that one. I had played the previous friendlies just to try different things and see how it's going. But given how that last game went, I just wanted to not play around with things, not experiment with the first team players either, because we had this competitive game. I just wanted to give our players game time, so that's what we did there. So that's how we stand. If we can get 3 points out of this, then I would imagine we'd be looking pretty good to get out of the group with 6 points from our first 2 games. Putruck just can't quite get the cross past the first man there. I did have a look when the transfer window closes. It closes at the end of this month, so I think it's the 13th of March, right now. It closes the 30th, so we have some time here. Marvin walks it in! And the keeper pulls off a decent save, but to be honest, the finish wasn't the best, was it? We'll wait until it happens from the corner here. We might look to... we know Pacheco's a weapon from these things, don't we? It's there, Doki! I tell you what, our centre-backs are absolute beasts. A second goal now for Dali and Doki, and we are looking very dangerous from set pieces. 1-0, 5th minute of the game. It's the perfect start, really, isn't it? That's what we wanted. Get away any nerves, and it just allows us, maybe if we were to have a silly mistake and concede a goal, we're still in a decent position. Yeah, so I'm not... There's no one in the squad, really, that's... Or there's no position in the squad that I'm not looking to strengthen. Home taking the lead against the Vietnamese team, so maybe Home United are going to be the big threat here. But I'm pretty sure they drew this mob in the first game, so that would make me think that we're pretty strong here. Hamdi, it's his second goal for Hamdi as well. That was a good strike, wasn't it? He got the goal, of course, against the Chinese team last time out. But 2-0 up after 12 minutes, and I'm going to say that. Let's just assume we're getting through the group at this point, because we look a lot stronger than everybody else that we've played. Good first touch, sets it up for himself, and that is a rocket into the back of the net. Hopefully, the Indonesian League will be a little bit more challenging than this, or it might be a sort of a let's just play to get to the Champions League again next season. I'm sure the Indonesian League will be more challenging. They've had sort of the pre-game, the pre-season, I should say, where the sort of different teams and the players that they have and players to watch out for. And there are some very good players in some of the other teams in the league. So I'm expecting league fixtures to be much tougher. But I'm hoping that we will strengthen as well. I'm hoping to get at least one more right back in. We need at least one more right back. I'm relatively happy with what we have in, as I said, in central midfielder, central defence, and strikers. We're pretty well served. Here we go again. Just over from Marvin. We're pretty well served as right winger. And if we don't get another right back in, then that's just going to have to be how we play and just use a centre back at right back when we need to. That was in as well by Spasajevic. Yeah, striking, we're pretty well served. Number 10, we're pretty well served. I'd like to get... I'm just basically looking to strengthen most positions now. I wouldn't mind getting a younger goalkeeper in, to be honest, because the backup, the second and third choice right now are sort of mid-30s, which doesn't really help us, does it? Let's go an assertive. Don't get complacent here, because that it's definitely happening in the dressing room right now. Other positions, where else do we want to strengthen? As I said, it's just seeing what players are available. What I'm really not wanting to do is go out and spend all our money this transfer window before we've had a decent look at what we do have, and B, given the scouts a chance to have a look around and find us some players. So we'll just kind of play it by ear on that one. As I said, if something good comes up, we'll sign them, like Alam. If he looks as though he could be a decent... it's another goal offside. That looked a bit scrappy. The problem with signing Alam is that we already have a number of players that can play that position. What I'm going to have to help just offside. It's very unlucky by Hamdi. Is have a look. Is he better than the players that we have? Because we could always look to move players on as well. Well, we will be looking to move players on that aren't gonna sort of fit the way we want to play. Another position we could strengthen is left back. We have a number of left backs, but I wouldn't necessarily say we have great left backs. What I'm going to do here, I think, is give these two, not in the best of condition there, but I want to give him a game as a deep lying playmaker, to be honest, and I want to give this guy a game at centre back as well. Pacheco's the tighter of the two, so we'll stick him in there. Just trying to get these guys a bit of match fitness. Marvin's looking a little bit tired there as well, so we'll make our last sub. We'll bring Ifran on for him. Marvin's not had the best start. The problem we have is that we've had so many new signings. If you look at our dynamics, and I'll try and remember to show you after this game, It was abysmal before we played that last. Oh, I've got to be putting those away. That was a good chance. Yeah, we're really, really not in a good place in terms of team dynamics and team harmony and things. Look, harmony, what's it called? Cohesion. Oh, it's bouncing around. That's an own goal. No, Doki's got another one. Dali and Doki. Free scoring. Third goal of the year for him. He's now our top goal scorer, clear and free. We'll demand a little bit more, even though the game is done. He dove in early for anticipated the sort of the slick finish, hasn't he? Yeah. So I'll try and show you that. It's been abysmal, so we're only going to get better, which is scary, really. Doki again, but can't get the job done there. And that is the end of the game. We've absolutely smashed them. A second game in a row here where we have looked very, very good. Again, I'm going to say well done, lads. That was pretty good. So there we go, Bali United, hammer global, Doki classy in front of goal. Again, our centre-backs are just absolute goal-scoring machines right now. And see the dynamics, you can see we're still abysmal. It has actually improved a little bit. Everything else is fine. It's just the team cohesion. That will come. And the reason, if you go back to the transfer history here, the club has signed a lot of players so far this season. So that is partly the reason why it's going to take a little while to get the dynamics going. But that's fine. We'll get there eventually. And I tell you what, we haven't half got off to a bad start with with things not looking the best. But I think what we'll do right now, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, guys, do hit thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, just discovering the new series, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell if you want to know when I upload new episodes. We'll be back next time. I think we'll come back for the end of the transfer window. So we might do Madeira United, and we might also then do Home United, who are second in the group and at home. That is looking as though it's going to be our big stage. That way, what's the word I'm looking for there? Our big opponent to get out of the group. That way we can sort of clear up. We'll have a finalised squad for the season as well, or certainly to the next transfer window. But if we look at how the group there is working out, we're both 6 from 6. So that's going to be the big game for us in terms of seeing exactly how good we are. But that's all for next time, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.